In the summer of 2011, a desperate 911 call launched one of Michigan's most disturbing missing child investigations. 4-month-old Catherine "Baby Kate" Phillips had vanished without a trace, and the last person seen with her was her own father, Sean Phillips. As search teams flooded wooded areas and helicopters scanned from above, one terrifying question remained unanswered. Where was Baby Kate?
Sorry about the wait, buddy. My name is Detective Sergeant Posma, and I'm with the Mesa County Sheriff's Office, okay? How you doing? You good with your water?
Yes, I'm fine.
Need anything? You smoke?
No thanks.
You don't smoke?
I don't.
Okay. Chew?
Yes.
You do chew? You want to chew? I got a little bit left.
Sure.
You want one? Go ahead, finish my can up, buddy. Spat right in that freaking... We'll share the spatter. How's that? Huh?
Thank you.
All right. Okay. How you feeling? Good? You all right?
I don't really know how to
Nervous?
describe it, I suppose.
Nervous?
I really don't know.
Okay, all right. I just need to get some general information from you, Sean. Get started here. Your first name is Sean, and how do you spell that?
S-E-A-N.
Okay, S-E-A-N, and your middle name?
Michael.
Michael? M-I-C-H-A-L?
A-E-L.
Okay. And your last name?
Phillips.
Phillips?
2 L's.
Okay. And how old are you? Okay. And what is your date of birth? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And where do you currently live at, Sean?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And do you have a phone number?
My phone is currently stolen, but I use a house phone.
Okay.
My parents' house phone.
And what number is that? Now, does that go through a cell? Was that a cell phone?
It's a cell phone,
Okay.
yeah.
Who's the provider of that? Is that, and you said your phone got stolen
Yes.
about a couple of weeks ago?
About a week ago.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit sooner.
What kind of phone did you have?
I don't really recall.
Was it a... All right, and what was the number on that phone?
It's in that phone that they have. It's
Okay. Okay.
and then I'm not sure after that.
Okay, so question after that. All right. And, Sean, are you employed any place right now?
Been laid off for quite a while. I'm seeking work, but
Okay.
in Army National Guard.
Okay, so you're in the Army National Guard. All right. And how long you been with the National Guard?
Close to 4 years.
Okay, 4 years. Did you do any active time?
I'm supposed to deploy in August.
Okay, all right. You were never active Army, you've always been National Guard?
Yes, always National Guard.
Okay. Have you ever been deployed before?
No,
You've never been deployed?
no. Actually got in like 2 months after my unit deployed, so just barely missed it.
Okay. But you're planning on deployment, right?
Yes,
Your unit's planning on deploying?
they've changed it 3 times now.
Okay,
so-
which do you know a date on your deployment?
No.
You don't know a good date?
August 9th, I think, is when we're gonna start doing a lot of training and basically not be around anymore, but we'll be back a few times, like for... a few
Before
weeks
you
at a
go
time.
and stuff? Okay. And what do you do in the National Guard?
Infantry.
Infantry? And what guard unit are you out of?
125,
Okay,
Delta Company.
Delta Company? Who's your company commander?
Captain Vanderby.
Vanderveen?
Vanderby, V-A-N-D-E-R-B-I-E, I believe.
Vanderby? Okay. Is he a captain?
Yes.
Okay. Who's your first sergeant?
We're supposed to get a new one. Acting first sergeant is Sergeant Radle.
Sergeant Riddle?
Radle, R-A-D-L-E.
Okay. Is he a staff or is he a full rocker?
Oh,
E8 or?
He's E7, I believe.
He's 7 staff, so he's a staff sergeant. Okay.
Oh, no, he's E8.
He's E8,
Yes.
so he's master sergeant. 3 rockers down the bottom without the diamond is a master, right? I was in the military. I spent 3 years active, Army, 1st Infantry Division. Was combat medic. I then got out and I spent 7 years guard time out of the Cadillac Armory up in Cadillac, which at the time was an armored unit. They've now switched and gone to support or something, I don't know. But I spent 10 years total time, a little over 10 years, almost 11 years.
You only had 10 more.
Huh?
You only had 10 more.
I know, but it was time for me to leave, so I separated from service but I thoroughly enjoyed. In fact, if I wouldn't have met my wife, I probably would have stayed in.
I was planning on active until
Yeah.
I had my daughter, so.
Yeah, well, that makes it tough. Military life is not an easy thing for a family, and so I opted out, and my next big, thing that I wanted to do was law enforcement. So that's where I've been. A little bit about myself. I've been a police officer for 20 years. Okay, been a plainclothes detective for over 12 years, and I've worked here at the sheriff's office for it's about 17 years total.
Behind the investigation was a young father drowning in pressure, lies, and fear. Sean Phillips had spent months hiding the truth about his second child from his parents, while his relationship with Ariel Cortland continued to collapse. But on the day everything changed, a violent argument spiraled completely out of control. What began as a fight about adoption and responsibility would soon end in a tragedy that shocked the entire country.
Other sheriff department experience in Lake County and also PD. So I've been around for a while, I guess. So you say you're laid off right now. Did you have employment at one time?
Yes, I've had many jobs, but
Okay, what was your last employment other than the National Guard?
my last job was through Manpower.
Okay.
But I worked for it was 3 factories here in Livingston.
Okay. 3 different factories?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay, how do you feel about deploying? Good with
Excited,
it?
but
Excited, but nervous?
don't really want to be away
Yeah.
from my kid.
Right. Now, you say you have a kid. What's your child's name? And how old is he? And with you?
Yes.
Okay. And you said
Well-
that you... Okay, and what's your mom and dad's name?
Kim and Larry.
Kim and Larry? Okay. And it's Phillips, right?
Yes.
I have to ask because sometimes family dynamics. Okay. And mom?
Ariel Cortland.
Okay. Do you have any other children?
Not that I know of.
Not that you know of. Is there some question that you might be a father to another child?
The one in question here, yes.
Yeah, and what's her name?
Catherine.
Catherine?
Yes.
Is it spelled Kathrine?
That's, yes.
That's how you're spelling it?
I believe that's how it was spelled.
Okay. And does she carry your last name?
She gave her my last name, yes.
So she's Phillips?
Yes.
Okay. Why don't you explain to me how it sounds, just in talking with you just shortly, you're not sure if this is your kid, right? And
It was,
can you just explain that to me a little bit? What's the situation there?
we dated briefly years ago.
Okay.
And she intentionally got pregnant.
Okay, and that's,
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it was very brief, like, relationship with us.
Okay.
And, where's it going with that? Well, it's been hell for all these years. Like, she's lived with me since she was 1 and was aware of the state removed from her mother for a long time. And
Okay.
just her mother's, it's always seemed like one of those people you see on Maury or Dr. Phil's show where, like, 15-year-old.
Now you're talking about Ariel's mom?
Ariel.
Or just Ariel herself?
Or
Okay.
they think that having babies are cute and they just want to have a baby, but then they realize it's
It's a
more
lot of
than
work.
that. So she's always lived with me, but she's
Okay.
never really seemed concerned with being a part of it. It's just harassing me and trying to emotionally, mentally abuse me.
Okay. Your relationship with good?
Oh, that's very good.
Okay. You enjoy being with her and things?
Yes, no, I'm laid off. I'm always with her generally.
Okay.
So just,
So would you say you're pretty close to you?
yes.
Okay. All right. Now, does Ariel live with you now?
We have never lived together.
Okay. Because, I mean, kind of when you were talking, it sounded like maybe Ariel was maybe living with you at one point, or no? Okay. Where does Ariel live?
She somewhat recently,
Okay.
it's,
Where's that?
really recall the name of it.
Okay. Okay. And so, been living with you and your mom and dad in,
The custody arrangement just recently changed.
okay,
It's still an ongoing legal battle, really.
okay, all right. Can you explain that to me a little bit? What's going on? Where's the status of that?
I don't know. It ended because the front of the court was hassling me. We've always been going through the front of the court for all the years, like,
Okay.
in there almost every month.
Okay.
And she got a job, supposedly, got this,
Okay.
and just took me to court, and this Jack Bolger just handed her joint physical custody,
Okay.
but it wasn't an evidential hearing, so I couldn't actually stack of paperwork and history of her interactions and everything. I couldn't use that.
Okay. All right. So you've met with, or in front of Jack Bulger several times, then I take it?
Yes.
Okay. And currently, the custody is with you,
It's joint physical custody now.
joint physical between you and Ariel?
Yes, that changed about, I want to say 4 months ago, 3
4
months
months
ago,
ago.
but just like before, she doesn't really exercise her parenting time.
Okay.
Well, she will on occasion, but sometimes she'll go months without.
How is the arrangement? Is it more with you, and then she gets a weekend, or how does that arrangement work?
On the court order, it is 1 week with each of us,
Okay.
and then the Wednesday night
Is
of
that-
every week, you're supposed to have her overnight,
Okay.
the other party.
All right. So
But
it's,
we are mostly going off a verbal agreement of 3 days there, 3 days here.
okay. All right.
But sometimes she will not give her back when it's time to give her back,
Okay.
just to
All right.
cause problems, or
Cause
sometimes she
problems.
won't get her at all when it is her time.
Okay. So the court order, just so I know I got this right, the court order says every other week, and then the week that the parent does not have the child scheduled, you get her on that Wednesday night for an overnight.
Yes.
Okay. But you guys have kind of been doing a verbal where it's 3 nights, 3 nights, 3 nights, 3 nights. What-
Yes.
So,
We've
Depict
I've fallen back on the court order sometimes just because she likes to play her games, and
mm-hmm.
the verbal agreement just gets messy, so if you just stick to the court order, it's
Okay.
a little easier,
All
but
right. Want to talk a little bit about Catherine. What's the situation right now with you and Ariel and Catherine? What's that all about?
well,
I mean, let me start this way. What is she claiming in regards to Catherine?
legally, she's claiming it's mine.
Okay.
It's been quite a strange thing, like,
Okay.
throughout her whole pregnancy, she really tried to kind of hide it,
Okay.
and even up to this day, she will outright tell people that I don't usually see, or people I don't know,
Mhm.
that we are married and living together, and we have a kid, another kid in common,
Okay.
or one expected at that
Okay.
time.
Okay.
But then other people, she'll tell them the truth,
Mhm. Okay.
and from talking to her mother and her friends and family, and actually seeing like stuff on Facebook that she's put in text messages and stuff, I guess there's 5 possible fathers, not counting me, and then a 6th.
Throughout the investigation, Sean tried to emotionally distance himself from baby Kate by questioning whether she was even his daughter, but detectives quickly noticed something disturbing. Despite all his denials, his actions suggested the opposite. Deep down, Sean appeared to know the truth, and that internal conflict would become a key part of the case against him.
One that's just kind of a rumor,
Okay.
just ones that she had sex with during that time frame.
Okay.
But then we weren't together at that time. I was out at a party. Well, where would that be? Out past Ludington Ways. It was for the Jeff Schwartz, the guy that runs the disc golf organization around here.
Okay.
He has a party once a year for the golfers, and
Okay.
I guess I was hammered. She showed up because she found out from other people that I was there, and came on to me, and we supposedly had intercourse in my vehicle.
Okay.
But I'm not the type to not remember stuff when I'm drinking,
Okay.
and I've no memory of this, so
Don't remember. Okay.
that's the only real,
Okay.
that's,
When Catherine was born, were you living around here?
yes, I was living at the same address.
Okay. You weren't deployed any place or anything like that? Okay.
I want to say I was actually home on the week that she was born.
Okay. Do you know when Catherine was born? The date?
2/12 sounds right.
2/12 of what? Of 11?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not sure on the exact date, but it was that month.
It was close. Okay.
She didn't really ever bring it up to me. It's just what I've seen on the paperwork
Okay.
recently.
And so, since Catherine's birth, what has happened? Has there been any kind of legal things that are going on or anything like that? As far as whether or not you are the father or not
Oh,
the
yes.
father?
Well, she'd always try to hide her when I'm over there, and she never really spoke about her with me, but
Okay.
then just suddenly I get this thing in the mail saying that, well, from the prosecuting attorney,
Okay.
about how she's accusing me as father, but then when I talked to her, she said that she didn't, and they're just putting 2 and 2 together because we already have a kid in common, so
Okay.
she's saying the prosecuting attorney just assumed it was me.
Okay. So she filed some paperwork.
She says it wasn't her that did it, but I don't believe that.
Okay. And that was for some type of, what, paternity test type
It
thing,
was
or?
come in, sign the paperwork, decline that you think it is, and
Okay.
opt for the paternity test.
Opt for the paternity. And did
Which-
you do that then?
I had to do that today at 12.
Okay.
Actually did it a little bit earlier than 12.
Okay, so you did have your paternity test today?
Yes.
Okay. Where did you have to go for that?
That was the laboratory in the hospital here in Ludington.
Did they give you any results of that or anything?
It was a mouth swab on both sides, and then
They'll get back with you
a
or
lot of
whatever?
paperwork. I'm guessing I'll just get something in the mail.
Okay. All
I
right.
don't know if they actually do it there, because the paperwork kind of said it was sent.
Set someplace for the testing part?
Right.
Okay. All right. So as far as you know, Catherine's not your child?
It's
Or at
not-
least you believe this?
It's not impossible, but I find it hard to believe. It'd be quite a surprise to me.
Okay. All right. But definitely your child? You
She
believe
damn well
it?
better be. I have
Did you ever go through any kind of paternity test with it?
No, I signed the paperwork. I was there
That you were-
when she was born, and
Okay. All right.
we weren't ever dating during her pregnancy, but
Okay.
I don't have any doubt that she's not mine.
Okay, good. All right. Okay, what I'm gonna do, Sean, is I'd like to kind of just take you through your day today. And if you could just kind of start out, this morning and, just kind of tell me from the time that you got up, kind of what the events were of your day. If you could do that for me.
Well, she didn't give her back all week, so then we
If
fought
you say,
yesterday.
let me stop you real quick.
Yes.
What I would like for you to do is be as descriptive as possible for me too, when you say, well, she didn't give me back. I mean, tell me who it was that you're talking about. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So, I had a party for the military this week. I came back, I was supposed to get her, well, she called me wanting me to come pick up,
Okay,
and came all the way over there for, and she did not give her to me.
okay,
Then the following day was my day to get her back, and she would not give her to me.
okay,
And so we've just been fighting all week, all kinds of threats of going back to court, and
okay,
her threatening to run away with her, and
okay,
fighting over the 4th of July, because last year I was supposed to have 4th of July, because I was actually scheduled to deploy. They've just changed the date 3 times and set it back.
okay,
And so she showed up with the police, just because she knew that we had family there.
uh-huh,
So she jumps on any opportunity to make a scene.
right,
So then she was giving her a hug, but then when she had her in her arms, the officer couldn't physically remove her, so she just jumped in the car and left. She was supposedly just giving her a hug goodbye. And
that was
now-
last 4th of July?
Yes, last 4th of July. And then next 4th of July, I'm not gonna be around, so
So you wanted
by all
her,
means,
you wanted her this 4th of July?
yes, by all means, it is my year to have her.
Okay, all right.
But she's quite angry about that. I'm trying to
Okay.
get her.
So
back.
that's stuff that's been going on previously, before today? Stuff that's been
It's
going
up to
on this
day.
week? Okay,
And then last night we got into a fight. That's when I actually got her back finally.
okay,
So I got home, was quite upset, drank a little bit,
okay,
went to bed pretty late, woke up this morning, took a shower, then she was calling, wanting me to come in for, well, first she was calling just to fight and argue. Then she called again and I answered because I think it was from a different number, because if I'm not answering the phone, she'll just call from some number I don't recognize.
okay. And was she calling you on that, is that the number she was calling you on?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
She wanted me to come in about some paperwork or something or other for enrollment in school.
Okay,
Second time this has come up, but nothing came of it when I actually was there, but I spent probably a couple hours just ranting about all the nonsense and games she's been playing all week to my mother, and set up a sprinkler outside, and just kind of was around the house all morning. Then probably around 11 or a little after, 11 to 11:30, I left to go to that appointment at the hospital for testing.
okay,
I got to get through that a little bit earlier than the scheduled time, so then I headed over to her apartment to do the supposed paperwork or whatever it was, but
okay,
within a minute of walking in the door, it was just fighting and arguing.
okay,
And she had this morning said that she was gonna, somehow she knew that I was supposed to be gone today for this, and she said she would have the cops out at my house to get, even though it's not, by our agreement, it's not her time to have her,
okay,
and also by the actual court order, because I have it marked on the calendar, the court order dates.
okay, all right,
So, told my mom she's probably gonna be coming out here just to cause a problem, just because she knows we have guests at the house right now,
okay.
so.
So so you,
Jumping around,
let me just
sorry.
help me to understand, you leave your house and you go to the hospital and you get your test done. And
Yes.
then you go over to Ariel's apartment.
Yes.
What happens once you're there and what happens after that?
We argued and fought, I want to say for an hour or more.
Okay,
Got a bit more escalated than usual.
Okay.
And not physical, of course, but just
right. Just very
quite a few threats. It's not uncommon for her to threaten to run away with Haley next time she has her or something, but
Right,
just, I've already informed her that I'm going back to court over this.
okay,
This was probably earlier this week.
okay,
So it's just more court threats. We argued and argued. then she's saying that she has to go somewhere.
Okay.
And then I was like, well, what about this paperwork? And then all of a sudden it wasn't paperwork, it was having to go somewhere and fill out something.
Right.
I have no idea what it was about.
Okay.
It's probably not even true, really.
Okay.
So then I go to leave. We're kind of arguing all the way out. And I get in my car and I start to back up, and she opens the door and starts putting Catherine in the car.
Okay.
And I was like, well, what are you doing? And she's like, well, what do you mean, what am I doing? And then she just expected me to take her to the DHS.
Okay.
Because I guess she had an appointment, according to her, to give her up for adoption.
Okay.
Which she's been saying, like, for probably 7 months now, 8 months, that she's going through adoption or working on it, but,
Okay.
and I guess there's been over close to 80 attempts probably of just like meeting with people or something, but somehow she's always expecting a phone call for them to actually meet for the exchange part,
Okay.
and all the paperwork's already filled out for an adoption, but
Uh-huh.
I kind of doubt that too. I don't know what she's really doing or what's going through her head, but
Okay.
so I got kind of sidetracked off.
That's okay.
So then I drive her over to the DHS. She tries to stop me, told me to stop like by the hospital. I'm like, well, why the hospital? And so then I keep driving to the DHS. We're still arguing. Just pause briefly from the argument for that.
Mm-hmm.
And we get there. She isn't getting out. She's just sitting there and arguing.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'd like to get home. So then she wants me to drive her somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her I'm not your damn taxi service.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm especially not going to be driving you around
Mm-hmm.
when I could be doing better things and driving you around while I'm just being yelled at.
Mm-hmm.
So then she gets out, and she gets her daughter out, Catherine, and she starts walking, gets probably about 20 steps away, and I'm about to pull out, and then she comes back. Well, actually, while she was getting out, she said, you can just keep I'm not carrying this shit, referring to the car seat and her diaper bag, and that I would just have to come and bring it in later. And I told her I'm not coming back to town later just for you. Like,
So then what happens?
so then we argue some more. She ends up getting back in the car.
Uh-huh.
We sit there and argue some more. And then I ultimately drive her to the hospital like she wanted, then she doesn't get out.
Okay.
Earlier, I was kind of hazy. We were just fighting so much that I couldn't remember how many trips back and forth between where we did, but it was just kind of bouncing back and forth between her apartment, DHS, and the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure at that point, when we were at the hospital, she just asked to be dropped off at her house, or her apartment, so I take her back there. We argue some more, then she gets out.
Okay.
And
Where's Catherine at this point?
well, she gets out, but then she just walks off, and she doesn't go to her apartment door. She goes to some like side door or something, I think.
Okay.
And she comes back, and we argue. Then I left,
Okay.
and then
Hours after the final argument, Sean Phillips would later confess to a horrifying act of rage. Frustrated, angry, and unable to control his emotions, he threw the infant car seat from his truck, not realizing baby Kate was still strapped. Inside, instead of calling for help after the devastating injuries, he chose to hide what happened, turning a tragic accident into a haunting criminal case.